Now let's learn how to find out the marginal rate of technical substitution for a CES production function. So this is also from Indian Economic Service paper. Consider the following specific constant elasticity substitution production function defined on, that is both inputs are positive, that is y, that is output is a function of two inputs x1 and x2, which is equal to 0.3 times x raised power negative 2 plus 0.7 times x raised power negative 2 whole raised power negative 1 upon 2. Okay, so I will not go into details what is meant by CES production function here. I will just show how to find out the marginal rate of technical substitution. For theoretical part, you can just comment me and I can define the CES production function for you. Now, how to find out the marginal rate of technical substitution? Well, the marginal rate of technical substitution is the rate at which a firm can substitute one input for another while keeping total level of output exactly same. Mathematically, marginal rate of technical substitution between good x1 and x2, let's write it here, the subscript 1 2. Okay, it is simply the ratio of the marginal product of input 1 and marginal product of input 2. Okay, that means we need to find out the marginal product of input x1 and marginal product of input x2. So let's find out the marginal product for input 1 mp1. What will be it? It will be simply the change. We are using the partial derivative, the change in the output, which is a function of x1 and x2 due to the change in the input x1. Okay, so let's find out this. So we need to partially differentiate the given production function with respect to good x1. Here we use the power function rule first and then apply the chain rule. So so the exponent becomes coefficient by power function rule 1 upon 2. Then we have 0.3 x1 raised power negative 2 plus 0.7 x2 raised power negative 2 whole raised power. So by power function rule, exponent becomes coefficient and exponent is subtracted by 1. So we have negative 1 upon 2 and it is subtracted by 1. So we'll get negative 1, negative 2, which is negative 3 upon 2. So I will write in this place negative 3 upon 2 to save the space. Negative 3 upon 2. Then we multiply it with the partial derivative of the terms in the parenthesis with respect to good x1, rather input x1. So the derivative, since we are taking partials with respect to x1, so multiplying it with the derivative of this term. The exponent again becomes coefficient, so we have negative 2, then we have 0.3 x1 raised power, exponent becomes coefficient, so we have, exponent is subtracted by 1, we get negative 3 here by power function rule. So simple, we are applying here chain rule. First power function rule, exponent became coefficient and exponent became exponent is subtracted by 1. Then we multiply it with the partial derivative of input x1. So since if I partially differentiate, I will get this. If I partially differentiate this, it will be 0 because we are taking partials with respect to x1 here. Okay, so this 2 and this 2 gets cancelled. Okay, negative into negative becomes positive, so we are left with 0.3 then we have 0.3 x1 plus 0.2 x2 raised power negative 3 upon 2. Okay, times x1 raised power negative 3. Then we need to find out the marginal product with respect to input 2. That will be the change in the output, which is a function of x1 and x2 with respect to input x2. So partially differentiating this time with respect to x2. Again using power function rule, exponent becomes coefficient. Then we have 0.3 x1 raised power negative 2 plus 0.7 x2 raised power negative 2 whole raised power negative 3 upon 2. Exponent is added by 1 times the partial derivative with respect to x2. So we partially differentiate this. So again exponent becomes coefficient. We have negative 2, then we have 0.7, and exponent is subtracted by 1, so negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. Again this 2 and this 2 gets cancelled. Negative into negative is positive, so we will be left with okay, so we are left with 0.7, 0.7, then we have 0.3 x1 raised power negative 2 plus 0.7 x2 raised power negative 2 whole raised power negative 3 upon 2 times x2 raised power negative 3. Okay, since we mp1 upon mp2, so mp1 is this thing 0.3, then we have 0.3 x1 raised power negative 2 plus 0.7 x2 raised power negative 2 whole raised power negative 3 upon 2 times x1 negative 3 divided by 0.7, again 0.3 x1 raised power negative 2 plus 0.7 x2 raised power negative 2 whole raised power negative 3 upon 2 times x2 raised power negative 3. Okay, so this term and this term gets cancelled, so here we get 3 upon 7, and transpose numerator to denominator, denominator to numerator, we will get x2 cube divided by x1 cube, which will be equal to 3 upon 7 x2 divided by x1 whole cube. That is the marginal rate of technical substitution between input x1 and x2. Okay, so in the part second we need to prove that the convexity condition. So in the part 2 I will explain that very thing.